Mubashar Ahmed CV6 ARF Islamic Hadith channel.
Sahih al-Bukhari 2096 narrated Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam bought food grains from a Jew on credit and mortgaged his armor to him. Sahih al-Bukhari 2097 narrated Jabir bin Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. I was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a Ghazwa military expedition and my camel was slow and exhausted. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came up to me and said, O Jabir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. I replied, yes. He said, what is the matter with you? I replied, my camel is slow and tired, so I am left behind. So he got down and poked the camel with his sticks and then ordered me to ride. I rode the camel and it became so fast that I had to hold it firm. Going ahead of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he then asked me, have you got married? I replied in the affirmative. He asked, a virgin or a matron? I replied, I married a matron. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, why have you not married a virgin, so that you may play with her and she may play with you? Jabir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu replied, I have sister young in age, so I like to marry a matron. We could collect them all and comb their hair and look after them. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you will reach, so when you have arrived at home, I advised you to associate with your wife, that you may have an intelligent son. Then he asked me, would you like to sell your camel? I replied in the affirmative, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam purchased it for one ukiya of gold. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam reached before me, and I reached in the morning, and when I went to the mosque, I found him at the door of the mosque. He asked me, have you arrived just now? I replied in the affirmative. He said, leave your camel and come into the mosque and pray 2 rakat. I entered and offered the prayer. He told Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu to wake and give me one uqiyya of gold. So Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu waked for me fairly, and I went away. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent for me, and I thought that he would return to me my camel, which I hated more than anything else. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to me, take your camel as well as its price. Sahih al-Bukhari 2098 narrated Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Ukaz, Majana and Zulmajaz were marketed in the pre-Islamic period when the people embraced Islam. They considered it a sin to trade there, so the following holy verse came, there is no haram for you if you seek of the bounty of your Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the Hajj season 2.198, Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu recited it like this. Sahih al-Bukhari 2099 narrated Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Here in Mecca there was a man called Nawas, and he had camels suffering from the diseases of excessive and unquenchable thirst. Ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu went to the partner of Nawas and bought those camels. The man returned to Nawas and told him that he had sold those camels. Nawas asked him, to whom have you sold them? He replied, to such and such Sheikh. Nawaz said, "Woe to you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." That Sheikh was Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Nawaz then went to Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu and said to him, "My partner Solid, you camel suffering from the disease of excessive thirst, and he had not known you." Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu told him to take them back. When Nawaz went to take them, Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu said to him, "Leave them there as I am happy with the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that there is no operation." Sahih al-Bukhari 2100, narrated Abu Qatada radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. We set out with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in the year of Hannan radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave me an armor. I sold that armor and bought a garden in the region of the tribe of Bani Salama radiallahu ta'ala anha, and that was the first property I got after embracing Islam. Like and subscribe my channel for more hadith videos. Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.